If you didn't know, I'm working on putting together a speedrun for current patch Conan Exiles. There is a world record, but it was before a lot of these enemies were buffed and everything was a lot easier to kill. And Undead Dragon, in particular, is a required boss and posed some problems. So here, really quickly, I'm showing you how to drop down into Undead Dragon's arena. And what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we don't have any skeletons aggroed, as well as find ourselves a nifty little spot where we can hit Undead Dragon, he can't hit us, and he won't de-aggro, which is the big thing. So here I am de-aggroing skeletons. You just wait. You can use the combat music as a guide, or you can just kind of wait like 15 seconds in your head, and then if you have any skeletons, they should de-aggro. At this point, we're going to use pretty much the corner that's right behind, and we just want to pull the dragon, make a run for this wall, climb it up. You might do a fire breath or an attack, but it shouldn't hit you. And then this corner is what we're using. And it's a very straightforward cheese. He might knock you up like that, but you can just grab the wall, slide down, or not even do anything, and I wasn't taking any damage. So the key element to this strategy is you do not want him to get unaggroed and reset. And the very edge of this corner, if you see me backing up here, will cause him to do attacks, and that's how you know that he stays aggroed. So on average, I would do maybe 3 right-click hits here with I'm just using a star metal sword here, so kind of in-game weapon, but it's actually worse than the legendaries you can get off some of the world bosses. Unfortunately, they did patch this boss, so he's immune to poison, immune to bleeds. But with straight up damage and this cheese, you can keep hitting him over and over and he won't be able to reach you. One thing to consider is that for this run, I have minimal points invested. The only thing I have is strength to the second perk, which gives you 15% more damage on crippled, bleeding targets, etc. Because that comes in handy, especially if you keep landing that cripple on him. Now, I don't show it here, but I did figure out a better strategy towards the end of the video, actually, where you can do all of your hits standing right up in the corner where he will not do attacks. You can do a full 4-hit combo to apply cripple, with the sword in this case, and then back out onto the ledge to make sure that he doesn't attack and stays aggroed. That will get you a lot more damage. That'll keep the cripple up consistently, so that you can stay at your max damage potential. And again, this works with Sunder or Cripple, as well as Bleed and Poison. Unfortunately, the Bleed and Poison won't work, so a sword or a hammer are probably your best bet for the high DPS here. The ledge that you back onto, it looks a little scary, but it's not too bad. And if you back up onto him, I'm pretty sure it just bumps you back up, and you can reposition yourself. So it's not too much of a concern. But if you really want to, you can step forward after he's done an attack to be really safe. But that's pretty much the whole strategy. So I'll go ahead and fast forward here towards the end, and you can see my stats and everything. But I'm really happy that I managed to find this cheese. Looked all over the place. The rest of the arena and the pillars could sometimes get him stuck or whatever, but a lot of times he would just de-aggro. This is really consistent, though. I've done it several times in a row, and definitely what I plan to do for the speedrun. And you can do it with minimal gear, so that helps a lot. And that's it. That's how you solo the Undead Dragon. Take a pick over to him, grab your artifact for the completion of the main story. And here's all the stats that I have, just the points in strength. Like I said, for salting the wound for that 15% damage on crippled attacks. The fight took about 6 minutes here. So as long as you have a decent weapon, you can solo some of the other world bosses to get a good legendary weapon. That's all it's going to take. Have fun.